Welcome back to Personal Pension Radio. Yes, this is Craig Strom. I am the income engineer. Those of you watching me on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, you're seeing me in person, live and in the flesh, me and my fancy backdrop here at my house and with my really nice blue shirt that my wife approves of. Those of you listening on iTunes and iHeartRadio, hello out there in podcast land. Thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. Episode 246. That's amazing. It just blows me away that I'm going to hit episode 250 this year in the crazy coronavirus year. I am going to jump right in right now. You saw the title of this episode, The Retirement Impact of Elections. The Retirement Impact of Elections. This is not going to be a political piece, but you got to wait and make sure you catch the end so that you're hearing some of this, because I think a lot of you out there listening to this are definitely going to want to pay attention to what I'm going to share as it relates to the impact of this upcoming election on your personal estate and financial planning. Absolutely critical. But I am going to dive in to shorten this episode up today. I want to give you my usual disclosure. Yes, I do have a disclosure in the beginning and one at the end, because unlike financial entertainers, I am actually a certified financial planner professional. I am an investment advisor representative, and it's important. I've got to make sure that we have the appropriate disclosures in there. But remember, I am not an attorney. I am a paralegal at an amazing law firm, but I am not an attorney. I'm also not a certified public accountant. I don't give out specific personal tax advice. I give general guidance to clients, and then we work with their CPA. All that to be said, and as cool as my discount Amazon microphone makes me sound, please don't act on things that you hear on my show as if you're getting advice for you personally. Meet with, hopefully, I'd love to be that person, but meet with a qualified, certified financial planner professional so that you can go over your specific situation before you make any kind of a financial decision. Meet with a qualified legal representative with a law firm before you make a legal decision. Goodness me, don't take advice from financial entertainers or, some online legal place that you, paid $20 for something. Get some good advice, get some really good work done. It will be important in the long run. Now, I do want to jump in with watch your step. This actually happened to me yesterday. So I'm recording this on a Friday, and this happened to me yesterday. Watch Your Step is a segment that's always been in my show. It's this idea that the whole world is just bombarding us with marketing messages constantly, marketing messages all the time. And it's hard to know what to do and what to avoid and what to jump on and, should I do this? Should I do that? This was just an interesting conversation with someone, a young man who gave me a ride home. I had to drop my car off at the car dealership for some work, just basic service. And I live close enough to the dealer that they had one of their lot guys give me a ride home. And along the drive, he asked me, "Hey, what do you do for a living? What do you do for work?" Well, I told him I am a certified financial planner. I said I'm a financial advisor. And, I told him a little bit about what I do. And I said, "Hey, how about you? What do you do?" And he said, "Well, I went to school for culinary arts." He got a degree in culinary science and culinary, basically being a chef. He got a degree from a private school. He has some wonderful school debt. And then got out of college, got a job at a very nice restaurant, not a super upscale restaurant. You kind of have to work your way up. And he's married. He has 3 kids. He was excited. He said, "I came out of college. I got a job, my first job, and working at a restaurant, and it's great." And then guess what happened? COVID, coronavirus hit. Restaurant shut down. Everybody laid off. So this guy with 3 kids, his wife, and college debt is now working two jobs and driving me home as one of his jobs. He's just hating life, absolutely hating life. He doesn't know what he's going to do. And I asked him, so with this big change, I love the foods, the idea of becoming a chef is fantastic, but the world has changed quite a bit, and he's really had this big awakening. And I said, so what do you what are you thinking that you're going to do? And he says, I think I'm going to, get a welding certification. I'm going to become a welder. I said, well, why welding? He says, well, I've always loved working with my hands, and it's something that I can do quickly and actually get to work. It's not something that's going to take forever. It won't cost a fortune, and I can get my welding certification, and I can actually get to work pretty quick. That's what his path was. And then this is the part that got me. He asked me this question. He says, so what do you think I should invest in? Someone in my situation, what do you think I should invest in? Hold the phone for a second. Think about that. You've got a father of 3, young man in his late 20s, out of work, college debt, working 2 jobs, struggling to get by, hating life, wondering what to do, and yet the Wall Street machine, the marketing messages that bombard people for just all the time, are telling this young man that he needs to invest. I said, well, what do you mean invest? He said, well, where should I put my money to grow it and so I can actually grow my money and invest, save money. And I was just blown away. It just really hit me that this guy is being told that even in this situation in his life, he feels like he should be investing. And it goes with this idea that I've said for years, that Wall Street's answer to everything. If you're broke, out of work, struggling, 3 kids, and you're wondering what to do, Wall Street's answer, invest your money. If you lose your dog, it's because you didn't invest enough money, right? That's the whole idea. It's the answer to everything. You get a flat tire, you didn't invest enough money. You got to invest. That is not the answer. So I took some time with this young man, and I shared just my personal feelings on how to build that financial castle. I've shared it on this show many times, and the basic fundamental thing that everyone should consider, in my opinion, I'm just a 22-year veteran, certified financial planner, so take it for whatever it's worth. My first piece of advice is always to protect your family. Protect yourself. Make sure that I told this young man, make sure that you have great car insurance. Make sure that you have really good renter's insurance on your apartment. Make sure that you're not missing the critical things that will protect you as you grow out of this hole, as you climb out of this current situation in life. The worst thing that could happen is that you run over someone at the grocery store and that person gets a judgment against you to take 30% of your paycheck for a decade. I have heard that as a consistent civil judgment. 30% wage garnishment for a decade. That's crazy, right? So why not just have really good car insurance? Just get really good car insurance. It's not super expensive, right? Make it right. And then we talked about things like life insurance and that kind of thing. Then my suggestion was this. Build up cash. Save your money. Don't invest your money. Build up cash. And he said, well, how much cash? And I said, when you get to the point where you and your wife think, wow, this is more cash than we've ever had before, I said, save some more cash. Don't invest. Save. Cash is the foundation that gives you stability in emergency times, but also that gets you ready for opportunities. And then I said, as it relates to investment, the best investment personally that I thought he might want to consider is investing in his education as a welder. He sounded really excited actually about being a welder. It's something that he really likes. He would really love to do it. He had done it with his dad, and it's something like me. I love to weld. It's just not something that I gravitated towards. He, on the other hand, he loves it. I said, if you're going to invest in anything, invest in you. Invest in your career. If you want to be a welder, be the best darn welder you can be, because I'll tell you this, a highly skilled welder, fabricator, in the next 20 years will make more money. In many cases, there will be where highly skilled welders, fabricators, people who can work with their hands will make more money than doctors. Absolutely. They'll make more money than lawyers, they'll make more money than doctors, and they'll have less debt. So invest in your career. And that's where I brought him back to this idea that if you have savings, cash, money ready, you might have the opportunity to buy into an apprenticeship. You might need some tools. Welding tools are not always cheap. So if you have savings in cash, you're ready for the opportunity, right? You're ready for the opportunity. So please watch your step out there. The world is always saying, oh, do this, do this. The solution to this is that. Invest, invest, invest. And again, here's this young man just fighting to keep his head above water and keep his kids taken care of and his wife okay. And the world has already convinced him that the solution is he should invest money. Gosh, no, please. Protection first. Savings, build a foundation, then invest. And investments are not always Wall Street. They're not. Sometimes it's invest in your business, invest in you. Sometimes is the best thing to do. So that's my take and watch your step. Now, last episode when we were in this, my section, the next section that I go through is listener questions and my personal observations and things that I want to bring to your attention. We've had some great questions come through. And last time it was a great question about from Rachel about this advice she was getting on where to put her investments. And she was concerned about two things: how much it was going to cost to put her investments there, and then her pastor at church had actually recommended some sound like too good to be true, 7% guaranteed something or other. If you haven't listened to that episode, go back and listen to it, because I'll tell you right now, spoiler alert, that 7% guarantee thing that her pastor was talking about, that is bull. Absolutely bull. It's a sales pitch, and it just drives me nuts. There's so much more to that needs to be explained. It's not just some 7% guarantee where people hear that and that's what they think they're going into. Go back and listen to episode 245 on that. But this time, a great question came in, this time from Ashley. Ashley said this, and I'm going to read it here. Let me scroll up on my notes on the side. Ashley said this. Ashley said, I am 29 years old. I'm a nurse here in Washington State. Beautiful, beautiful area up there. I'm single with one fur person, my dog Rebel. That's cool. I love the dogs, right? I would like to own property and work on it. She says, she goes on to say that I work 4 days on and 3 days off. So me and Rebel like to go out in the backwoods on little jaunts on the weekends and on our days off. On a recent drive, I came across a for sale by owner on a piece of land, and I called the owner. She says I didn't look like it was much of an interest, but it really got her attention. So let me fast forward here. Okay, she called the owner, and the owner actually answered the phone, she says. They told me that the land had been in their family for 50 years, and all the kids had moved away, and no one had any plans to use it anymore. The owner gave Ashley permission to explore and go down the dirt road driveway, and so that's what they did. So she said that they headed down the driveway into the woods, big long driveway. It opened up on the side with some big fields, and then a little further down the driveway, it opened up to the main property. And that's where she said she found 2 cabins. There's 2 cabins down there in the clearing, old family cabins, and she says this, I immediately fell in love. Ashley, I know exactly how you feel. I do that every time I go back to Maine, where I grew up, and I just fall in love with that place every time I go back. Well, Ashley fell in love. So here's her question. Should I buy this piece of land with the 2 cabins on it? Now, those of you who listen to my show, you know that I don't like giving out Dave Ramsey's soundbite advice. Soundbite advice where it's like 30 seconds and here's the advice to change your life. No. I actually did take the time to reach out to Ashley. We spent some time on the phone together to talk through this, and I'll give you my answer in kind of a condensed form, but Ashley and I have already had a deeper call. And hello, Ashley. Thank you so much for the question, and I hope everything's going well with the land question. But here's what I said. After talking to Ashley, the answer is absolutely yes. Ashley has the savings. She has cash, liquidity, cash on hand, not just investments. She doesn't have to cash out 401k. She doesn't have to cash out IRAs. She has cash in the bank, ready to go. And she has a really good income. She has a healthy income, and she has the physical energy the excitement, energy to get out there and work on this kind of a project. Now, our conversation was not super simple. There are many things to consider when you're jumping into something like this. And here's a few examples that I shared with her. Again, this is a shortened version of our detailed conversation. These are some of the examples that I shared with her just to be cautious so that she would go into this with her eyes wide open, really wide open, buying this 15-acre piece of land with 2 cabins on it in the woods. Oh, it sounds magical, but step back, first of all, and take a breath, take a beat. Don't get excited. Get back to your professional academic roots and common sense and go, wait a minute. Okay, so here's some of the examples. A super long driveway. Super long, because this driveway was quite a ways. She didn't tell me exactly how long, but I guess long enough to have 2 large enough fields on the side and then more woods and then the cabins. A super long driveway means that the utilities, the sewer or electric or whatever it is, the water, the utilities on the property, especially electric, are a long ways away, and they're probably very old. So if anything needed to be updated, let's say that you needed a new, larger circuit breaker, you wanted to hook up anything new, modern, you've got to pull electricity from the street, from the county or city utilities, all the way to the cabins. That is very expensive. That can be super expensive. If you wanted to pull a phone line, that would be super expensive. So keep that in mind. Also, a super long driveway on a 50-year-old cabin property generally means there is no sewer. That means that property is on septic. That is on a septic system. If that, some of these old properties would have an outhouse. And if you were in luxury land when you were way back when, you'd be lucky enough to have a 2-holer, right? You might have a 1-holer, little 1-hole outlet, outhouse. But if you were living large, you had a 2-holer, right? You have 2 seats, okay? So if you've got a septic system on a 50-year-old property like that, very likely that will have to be completely redone. You might even have to pay extra to have the old system carefully removed from the property. That's very expensive. You got to keep that in mind. Not very, but expensive. It's a project to put in new septic and remove or update old septic. Now, the other part is this. This is one that happened to my parents. Large open fields. Not so much with the woods, but when you have large open fields, big lawns, things like that, it's important to inspect and investigate the property carefully. Because over the course of 5 decades that this other family has owned it, it may have been in another family for 50 years before that. And here's what happened to my parents. My parents got excited about a property. My dad really got excited. He lost his mind, if I'm being honest, because he got so excited about the property. It had this really big, beautiful yard with a horse corral but here's the thing. The realtor said, the previous owners were old and they really let it get overgrown, and it was very tall. It had, maybe 4 or 5 foot grass, and it was very thick. And he said, it's a beautiful horse property, but you're just going to have to mow all that grass down. Okay, well, that sounds okay. My dad did not investigate any further. Here's what they found after they signed all the paperwork, paid all the money, moved into the house. They found that the majority of the 2-acre pasture where horses could roam freely, when they mowed it all down, for years prior, apparently, homeowners had been dumping trash and burning trash in the field. It was littered with glass and metal and tin cans and old forks. And I'm telling you, it was a nightmare that in order to get that safe for any animal to be on that pasture, they had to go through and clear off probably 6 to 10 inches of dirt off the entire place and filter it, sift out all the broken glass and trash. Here's my thing. For you, Ashley, you've already heard this, but be careful. Inspect the property. Step back and inspect it with a bit of this is my term, a pessimistically optimistic approach. Be critical. look for things, right? Look for things like, is that really my property line? Whose old RV is that tucked in the woods back there, right? I mean, be careful. Inspect that size of a property, because you don't want to end up with something where you find out that what you think is the border of your property is actually, let's say, an easement to the electric company, or an easement to a large sand pit, or a railway or something. You've got to understand what might be out there as a legitimate, whoa, be careful, that could be expensive. Now, the last thing that I will tell you on this idea of buying this property with 2 cabins. The 2 cabins that are on the property, minimum 50 years old. They haven't been used in years, a long time. They are going to need major renovations, major upgrades, right? And they'll most likely, right, if you're really going to use them, if you're going to turn this into an Airbnb, for example, vacation rentals, that kind of stuff, they're not safe. They're not up to code. You're going to have to either heavily remodel them, and in some cases level the cabin and build new ones. You've got to be careful. In the woods, what are the regulations to build anything in the woods nowadays? Sometimes it can be onerous what you have to deal with to build in the woods. All of the regulations and permits and restrictions and zoning you have to deal with. Make sure that you double check that. Now, in Ashley's case, she's not living on the property. She has an apartment where she and Rebel live, and this is something that she's going to be able to go there and just work and tinker and take her time on this property over the years. It's not an emergency that she needs to come up with the answer to all of these things, but I encouraged Ashley to go in with her eyes wide open. And I mean, spend some time, really investigate the property before you dive in. But I mean, for what it was worth, Ashley, I love the idea. I would love to be in the woods like that personally. So enjoy, and I hope to hear back from you on the status of that. Now, folks, that's going to wrap it up for this episode with one quick reminder on something, all right? I want to touch on something that I mentioned briefly in the last episode, and this is the connection to the title of the episode, Elections Have Consequences for Retirement Planning. That if a certain political party, and let's just say it, if the Democrat Party gets into the White House, again, this is not a political discussion. It's just if it happens. If the Democrat Party gets into the White House, one of the key things that they have said already on their platform that they want to do is they want to take the very high current estate tax limits. The estate tax, what that means, folks, is that if you add up all the stuff you own, and you and your wife, or you and your spouse, or just you die, if you have over a certain amount of money, the federal government will tax your family, your heirs, on the amount of money over that estate tax limit. Okay? So right now the limit is $20+ million. It's way up there. So that doesn't affect very many people at all. Really, it's in that $11 million, almost $12 million each for spouses. $22 million, let's say. Well, the Democrats have already said that if they get into the White House, they're going to take that from 11 million plus down to 5 million. And then what do you think they're going to do with it from there, folks? Think about it seriously. Back in 1999, the limit was $650,000. $650,000 is the average price of a home in my old neighborhood in Southern California. I live in an old neighborhood in Southern California. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, house, ranch, single house, 1970s. $700,000 houses. Crazy, right? Remember that estate tax and estate planning is not about, well, we don't need to do that today because the limits are so high, we don't have to worry about it. We, as a law firm and as a financial planner, I encourage you, plan for what if. We plan for the circumstances that could be, so that down the road, if that's what happens, if the Democrats take control for the next several cycles in the White House and in Congress, it is almost certainty that the estate tax limits are coming down. And those folks who thought, I don't have to worry about the estate tax, I'll get my stuff done later, all of a sudden, you're in an estate tax situation where you're going to leave behind a massive tax bill for your family, and the government gets to slide up in there and take a bunch of your money after you're dead. So if you want to make sure that you are prepared today, tomorrow, the next day, for whatever might come, let's have a consultation. It's free. Send me an email, Craig with a K at craigstrom.com. Craig with a K at craigstrom.com. Send me an email. Let's talk. Have a great one, folks. Thanks again for listening. Bye for now.